Welcome to Spotlight on Kentucky, where light shines, darkness retreats. We're standing here under Honest Abe in the Capitol Rotunda in Frankfort. It was Abraham Lincoln that understood the importance of education, so much so that he used to study by firelight. We've all heard those stories. Our founding fathers understood how important education of the citizenry was when making important decisions. Benjamin Franklin once said that it is in the region of ignorance that tyranny begins. Many have suggested that the people of Kentucky should decide this complex casino matter. Well, we've seen in committee that even the legislators don't fully grasp all the aspects of this casino issue. How can they then expect the Commonwealth of Kentucky to move forward on such an important issue without having all the information?
The first paragraph, you use the language operation of up to 5 casinos by, quote, horse racing associations. Now, what exactly, you don't define a horse racing association, and is that defined somewhere in the law somewhere else that I'm not aware of?
It is, Representative.
What is a horse racing association?
A horse racing
association might, this is a constitutional amendment, and it's not clear exactly what, I guarantee, I know what you're saying, but when people look at this down the road, there may be other horse racing associations that aren't tracks that would get one of these licenses. It seems to me to be somewhat confusing.
Well,
when we do these constitutional amendments, I don't see why they can't be concise. The people, most of the people are not going to read all this that's on the Constitution. They're going to have to understand it before they get in there. And it's making it really hard to decide.
2004, I started the public debate on trying to have expanding gaming in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. In fact, I was the only member of leadership would step up and start that debate. I think that we're taking a big gamble. It's a $4 billion crapshoot today that we're going to. The handle of $14 billion, do you have any data to certify that or whatever? I was just overwhelmed by that number.
The 1 to 10 ratio. The losses are 1.4 billion, or the profit is 1.4 billion, but it takes a handle. That is the amount of money that's got to cross over the table.
Handle, yeah.
Is going to need to be in that neighborhood or somewhere near that, according to their statistics and information, in order for that much to be realized.
I just never seen that. I heard that ratio. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that was amazing to me as well, and that's a shocker.
What Harrah's, in their book, Jackpot, a case study on the Harrah's Company and their marketing programs. Now, it is a common industry measure, gauge Representative Clark, to address Representative Clark's question, as outlined in the Jackpot book. They bank on a 10-to-1 ratio of dollars wagered versus what their revenue, what their gross pre-tax revenue is. And so that does add up to, in order to achieve $500 million at a 35% tax rate, and given losses of $1.4 billion, it does add up to a staggering $14.5 billion, which is significantly larger than the budget that you all handle on an annual basis. And compared to the current racetrack handle at all Kentucky racetracks of $546 million in 2006, it's especially staggering. Where is that going to come from?
I think
if there was this much confusion among pro-casino legislators in committee, I wondered if the common man on the street, who's expected to make this crucial casino vote, had a better handle on the details of this important issue. Should Kentuckians get to vote on whether we have casino gambling?
I think they should. Anything that major, I think everybody ought to vote on it.
How much money do you think it'll bring?
I have no idea. I'm talking big money. Talking millions, probably into the billions over a period of time.
Do you know how much money it will cost do you know how much the handle will have to be for state government to get their portion?
Well, I'm not privy to that information, so there's no way I could make an estimate.
Gotcha.
I would rather they be legal, frankly.
You'd rather be legal. Do you know how much, I think the state government has said about $500 million. I think that was the number that they...
I know it was a big number.
Do you know how much, do you know what tax rate that would be at? How much the tax rate would be to get that $500 million?
No, I'm not good talking dollars and cents.
Do you think Kentuckians should get a chance to vote on whether we have casinos in Kentucky?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think everybody should have a right to, have an opinion about that.
Yeah.
Since we're one of the highest taxed states around, and a lot of the money goes across the bridge.
You think so? Indiana's done well off their casinos. Do you know how much money they've earned on tax revenue in Indiana?
They have some billboards up here and there, but I haven't paid much attention. I don't really keep up with the logistics of how much they actually earn right
Are there
now.
other issues that you'd like to see citizens be able to vote on? A gas tax decrease. Should citizens be able to vote on that?
I think everyone should be able to vote on gasoline because it goes up and up and
Get
up.
to vote on.
Yeah, we should get to vote on it.
Now, should we get to vote on other issues like a cigarette tax increase? Should we get to vote on that?
I believe so, yeah, because I'm a smoker, so
Okay.
I think we should.
Should we get to vote on legalization of marijuana?
Oh, yes, I believe we should.
get to vote on it. Would it be a good idea, for instance, if we had like 6 major issues a year that the citizens could vote on? Would that be a good idea?
It'd be a great ideal. Health issues are real important too.
Yeah.
I think that should be a mainstay in every state is a health issue.
That's true. So how many would you list on there? If you could, every November, how many should be on the list of things to vote on? Yeah, I mean, just ballpark.
I would say at least 10.
At least on
As many as it takes to resolve whatever the issue and the problem is.
That's true. Then we might not even need legislators, right?
You might not even need it.
Yeah. Well, how much tax dollars does Kentucky stand to earn from from the casinos?
I'm really unclear about that. I know when the lottery came in,
Yeah.
That was an issue in reference to the schools and stuff like that. But the word is that the lottery, I'm thinking, is not really helping out our schools too much.
But you think casinos would do a better job of that?
Well, we're hoping, ain't we?
Do you think citizens should have an opportunity to vote on whether casinos come to Kentucky?
Absolutely.
They should. And if you were to vote on it, you would vote which way?
Absolutely not.
Not if your legislator, your representative or state senator, if they could stop that from happening in Kentucky, would you want them to stop that?
Yes. I want my legislator to stop it.
Whatever they can do to stop
Absolutely.
them, you want them to stop it.
Just don't do it.
Okay.
For goodness sakes, there's got to be another way to make money in this area without bringing the sickness and the gambling and the horrible things that happen to families when they are destitute because they have an addiction.
Should Kentuckians get to vote on whether we have casinos in Kentucky?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
It's their state. I believe they should, and I'm against the casinos myself, so I don't want to put it in somebody else's hands when I can have a say in it.
So you're against the casinos?
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this. If your legislator could stop casinos from coming, would you want them to do that?
Yes.
So then you wouldn't necessarily want to vote in that way. You'd want your legislator just to stop them if he could.
Exactly.
Currently, casinos are illegal in Kentucky. Is that okay with you?
That's fine with me.
That's fine with you. So why is that? Why is that fine with you?
Because I'm one that basically don't really believe in buying lottery tickets, going to casinos and things like that because your chances are pretty much slim to none. And from time to time I do go to Las Vegas, and when I do go, I see senior citizens, they'll practically spend their whole entire check there in the casino, and I just don't think that's the right godly thing to do.
Gotcha. So then you don't think it should go to a vote? You think it should just stay illegal? Is that right?
Stay illegal.
So no vote on casinos.
Nope, no vote.
I agree with that last lady you just heard. Let's keep casinos illegal in Kentucky and get to the people's business of protecting life and protecting marriage. We can do that by passing Senate Bill 40 and Senate Bill 112. There are other Spotlight on Kentucky episodes on those two bills. Please watch those and be motivated to call your legislator and ask them to get to the people's business of protecting life and marriage.